Hello everyone, this is Escape the Dark Castle, the run-through game. I am playing the Abbot and the Miller. I'm gonna draw our character flaws for these two characters. So for the Abbot, the Numb, as I would call him. So with this card, once per game, when you would lose 3 hit points or more from a single source, you lose only 1 hit point instead, which might be very good for those heavy-handed monsters we'd be dealing with. So I'm gonna put that right there. And for the Miller, his character flaw is cowardly. Oh joy, it's the Cowardly Miller. Once per game, after at least 1 full round of combat, excluding bosses, you may draw an item card and flee, ending the chapter immediately. Oh, that's pretty handy. All right, well, cool. We'll definitely, I'll try to remember to use that card when we're in real deep peril. All right, let's get started. All right, let's draw the opening card. Having finally escaped your wretched cell, and in your haste to seek out the exit of this abominable place, your very first steps of exploration lead you down an errant path, a dead end. Shuffle 1 additional chapter card into the castle deck now. Oh, jeez. All right, so I guess I'll take an extra card. This ain't good. I'm gonna shuffle it in this deck, minus the boss card. Oh, good lord. All right, I'm just gonna do a good shuffle here. All right, and then I'll place it back down here. Good grief. All is not lost. However, this particular dead end appears to serve as some manner of storeroom. You quickly take as much as you can carry. Draw 2 item cards per player now. All right. So I will say 1, 2, 3, 4. Strange, distant sounds begin to fill the air, and you sense your absence has now been noticed by your captors. They are coming for you. Turn the first chapter card now. All right, but before we do that, let's look at our items. So we have here the Replication Stone Relic. Whenever you roll a single, it counts as 2 singles of that trait. That could be good. Effervescent Evasion. Whenever you would lose hit points, discard this item and lose none. So that's pretty good during combat. All right, and then we have the Elixir of Insight. Discard before any round of combat to change any chapter die to show a trait of your choice. So all that means, so I'll show how this works when we get into a situation using those dice. And then we have the Partially Rotten Apple. Discard to restore 1 hit point to your character. All right. Certain item cards are only allowed to play between chapter cards, such as this Partially Rotten Apple. But the Elixir of Insights, the Effervescent Evasion, and the Replicate Stone can be used during combat. So I think the Cowardly Miller is going to take the Partially Rotten Apple and the Elixir of Insight, and I'm going to give the Effervescent Evasion potion and the Replicate Stone to the Abbot, and then we are going to continue our adventure. But before we continue to the next chapter card, we have to figure out who is going to pretty much open that door to that next room. I sense he's pretty cowardly. I'm going to think the Abbot, the Numb, is going to be the first to flip the next card. So here we go. Oh boy. Several armed figures spring from the shadows and attack. You become separated and each player must fight alone. Oh, that's not good. Roll a chapter die in front of each player. All right, so the Abbot is dealing with that. And here, I'm gonna move these so we're not being confused. I'll set these aside. All right, and then the Miller is facing Might, and the Abbot is facing, I think that's Cunning. All right, but anyway, so roll a chapter die in front of each player to represent the muggers attacking them. However, the muggers want your items. Players carrying 2 items roll 2 chapter dice instead of 1. Oh, jeez. All right, so then the abbot's facing 2 cunnings, and the cowardly miller is facing 2 mights. Okay, begin combat. Combat special. Each time a player would take damage from a mugger, they may avoid it by discarding an item. No player can rest until the muggers attacking them are defeated. They may then either rest or help another player defeat their muggers. A player aiding another takes damage as normal and must declare when they are aiding before they roll. All right, so if I want to avoid taking damage, I could discard an item. So, this is going to be an interesting fight. All right, so here we go. All right, so the abbot rolled might, and the miller rolled cunning. Zoiks. Well, they don't want to surrender their goods. So I think we're just going to take that 1 hit point. And then, yeah, we're going to take that 1 hit point, and we're going to move on to round 2. All right, here we go. The miller. Hey, look at that. And the abbot. Okay. So this is a good thing because he's got a shield. Therefore, he doesn't take that 1 damage. Also, he rolled 2 fists. Therefore, he eliminated these 2 on this second round. Unfortunately for the abbot, he is going to decide to take another damage. Okay, so the cowardly miller is going to help the abbots. So here we go. The miller, he got a cunning, which is great. And the abbot, well, the good thing for the abbot, he rolled a shield, so he will not be taking damage this round. But since he rolled a cunning, we're going to eliminate one of those. He will not be taking damage, but he will. So he's down to 16. Okay, let's go it again. Miller. Oh, well, that ends it. Yeah, it is eliminated, and the combat is over. So, that was crazy. All right, so since that is done with, we'll move this over here. We defeated a monster or a minion or whatever you want to call it, so we could draw an item card. All right, we have the Liquid Luck Potion. Discard to reroll your character die, applying only the second results. All right, well, the thing is, if I haven't mentioned it before, is that these guys can only carry 2 items at a time. So if we're gonna keep this, we got to discard something or use something right away. So for the miller, I am going to eat this apple to gain 1 hit points, and we'll put our discarded item here, and he's going to carry the liquid luck. Now, sometimes when I play this game, I forget I have these items here, which I have to pay attention to, because they could have saved me. I know he could have avoided damage by taking this. He hasn't, whatever he rolled wasn't able to trigger this. So, but anyway, that's enough mumbling. Let's move on. All right, I think the cowardly miller is going to take the next chapter card. Here we go. There is a deafening roar and a passageway begins to shake. A section of the old wall beside you collapses and you are buried beneath chunks of heavy stone. Uh-oh. You are incapacitated. To remove the rubble crushing you, the other players must roll in unison, keeping track of any might rolled until they have rolled a total might equal to the number of players. After each attempt, you lose 1 hit point until the total is reached. If you have not been rescued after 3 attempts, you manage to crawl from the rubble and continue on your way. Okay, so the other players must roll. So therefore, since he is incapacitated from the crushing rocks, he has to roll 2 might to get him out in 3 rounds. All right, let's see if the abbot can do so. All right, here we go. Up, he rolled a might, which is good. Let's roll again. Second round. He rolled cunning. He takes 1 damage. That's the second round. And here's the third round. Takes another damage, but he's able to crawl out this time, and we're able to move on. Now, since this was just like a hazard or a trap, this doesn't count for you to draw another item card. So we put this aside, and the Miller's pretty upset about taking that damage, so the Abbot is going to continue on with the next chapter. Gotta make sure he's got their dices here. All right, here we go. Chapter card. You ascend a narrow spiral staircase, emerging onto a windswept bell tower. As you cross the tower, the bell swings into life, its dreary peal shaking your very bones. Any player who cannot roll wisdom or a double in one attempt loses 2 hit points as the second begins to drive them insane. Okay, so any player who cannot roll a wisdom or a double in one attempt loses 2 hit points. So we lose 2 hit points if we don't roll a wisdom or a double. All right, Miller, what do you got? That's might. That's not going to count. Abbott. Ay, we lose 2 hit points. All right, what's this thing do? Whew. Once per game after at least 1 full round of combat, you may draw. This ain't combat. This is dealing with a trap, so I really can't use this. Okay, come on. We gotta do this. A double or wisdom. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, we got it. We got it. We are out. Whew. Okay. Wow. Okay, moving on. He still has more hit points, so that the Abbot's going to continue on. Here we go. Another one of these. To enter this door, you are forced to push aside thick thorn-covered vines. They spring to life, binding your wrists and hauling you into a thicket beyond. You lose 1 hit point. Ouch. Hacking at the aggressive weeds eventually causes them to recede through the cracks in old stone walls, leaving behind belongings of previous victims. Draw 2 item cards. Huh. Well, that was kind of worth it. All right, we're drawing 2 item cards. Ooh, we have the Rusted Flail. Once per round of combat, when you roll Cunning, you may roll again and choose which of the 2 results to apply. Then we have the Decayed Blade. Once per round of combat, when you roll Wisdom, you may roll again and choose which of the 2 results to apply. All right. We have a lot of good items here. We have a lot of good items here, so we have to figure out what we're going to do. Because we want to, these weapons might be really good. I'm going to get rid of the, I think the Miller's going to get rid of the Elixir of Insight. And he's going to take the Rusted Flail. All right, and the Abbot, let's see here. Whenever you would lose 1 hit by discarding, they take none. That's actually pretty good. You know what? The Replicant Stone, see... Ay. What do I do? What do I do? You know what? He's going to get rid of the Effervescent Evasion. He's going to keep the blade. So, all right. That's what we have to do. All right. We are moving on. So far, it's equal. I think the Miller is going to take the lead on this one. And we're going to flip the next chapter card. Oh my. You turn a corner and strip right into a path of 2 guards. They exchange a puzzled look, then lunge to restrain you. As a group, choose one option. Flee. You force your way past them, but not before taking several glancing blows. Each player loses 1 hit point. Or we fight, begin combat, and if we don't defeat him in the first round, we take 2 hit points instead. If we flee, we'll take 1 hit point, but we won't be able to draw an item card. But if we fight, we risk taking 2, and we're already down to 15 hit points. You know what? I think we are going to flee. We'll take the 1 hit point, and we're going to move on. May not be the wisest thing to do, but that's what we're going to do. And the miller is going to flip the next card. Uh-oh. As you pass a heavy wooden door, it flies open and a ragged madman bursts through. He wields his shackles as a weapon, and his crazed stare sends a clear message. You stand between him and freedom. You, meaning the miller, must try to roll might or a double in one attempt. If you succeed, you manage to deflect his wild flailing, and then you begin combat. If you fail, you are smashed aside, lose 2 hit points, and then begin combat. Yikes. All right, Miller, can you roll might or a double? He did not roll might or a double, and therefore he lost 2 hit points, and then we have to begin combat. So he starts out with 1 might, 1 cunning, and then 2, since we have 2 players, 2 character dice, which is another cunning and another might. Okay, let's begin this. This is, we're not in good shape right now. So let's do this. The miller, oh, he's got a might. And the abbot, ooh, he's got a shield, but he only rolled wisdom. Therefore, he will not be taking 2 damage. But he didn't roll anything to deflect those chapter dice. He rolled a might, so one of these are gone. I guess he's taking 2 damage. Now he's down to 8. Yikes. All right, round 2. He is going to. I don't think he can't risk standing back to take to receive only 1 hit point and let the abbot continue fighting. He may have to. All right, so the miller is going to stand back and heal for 1 hit point. So that is what he is doing. So he is healing for 1, and he's not being involved in this combat round. But the abbot is going to continue fighting. So here we go. Ugh. He rolled a wisdom. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Once per round of combat, when you roll wisdom, you may roll again and choose which of 2 the results to apply. All right, so we're going to use our decayed blade and see what we get. Aha! He's going to take this one. Takes that away, but he'll suffer 2. All right, so now the abbot has 10 hit points and the miller has 9. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Okay, so. All right, I guess they're both in it. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. The miller. Oh no! Come on, guys. Abbott. Not what we need right now. Ugh, not what we need right now. All right, we're gonna use our liquid luck, and we're gonna see if we can get a. Well, he got a shield, so he won't be taking 2, but we're not taking away these chapter dice. Zoinks. So he's down to 8. He's still at 9. All right. The abbot is going to hold back to heal 1 hit point, and the cowardly. You know what? I think it's time to use this. Once per game, after at least 1 full round of combat, it's more than 1 round, you may draw an item card and flee, ending the chapter immediately. So yeah, we're getting the heck out of here. We're out. This is done. We're gonna grab an item card and we're out of here. So what we have here is Rengorn's Rune. Rune Relic. Whenever you roll a double, you may change it to any single. If you do, the double does not apply. So that's actually pretty good. That might have been useful for this one, so. Alright, whatever. Wow, we are in very bad shape. I think the abbot is going to take the next chapter card. Here we go. This chamber is flanked by caves and littered with gnawed bones. A guttural growl rings out as something emerges. As a group, choose 1 option, then begin combat. Do we tackle the beast head on? So it'll be 2 chapter dice, but taking 3 damage per round, or use hit and run tactics, which will be 2 might, 1 cunning, and 2 character dice for 2 hit points. I think we're gonna tackle the beast head on. Probably not the wisest thing, but we need to. Oh, for God's sake, 2 might. All right, so if we don't defeat him in this round, we're gonna take 3 hit points. So, all right, let's hope we can take him out. The Miller has cunning, not a good way to start, and the Abbot rolled. Aha! The Abbot took him out in 1 swing. Good for you, Abbot. All right, that requires us an item card. Ooh, stale loaf of bread. Discard to restore 2 hit points to your character. I'm gonna give it to the Abbot. He's gonna heal 2, and then he's gonna take the next chapter card. All right, here we go. Oh my God. Where there was one flesh and fur, the bones of this skeletal beast now crackle with the menacing power of dark magic. Begin combat. Combat special. Whenever you would remove a chapter die by hitting this enemy, roll it instead. If the result is wisdom, do not remove it. Put it back, wisdom side up. Oh man. So every time we hit it, it may have a chance to regenerate, in a sense. So that is nasty. This may be our doom, but I hope not. All right, so we have 2 might that I just rolled. I've been rolling a lot of might lately, but whatever. Okay, Godspeed to you 2. All right, here we go. Miller. Well, he rolled a wisdom, and the Abbot rolled a wisdom. Okay, so wisdom is removed, but what is it? Whenever you would remove a chapter die by hitting the enemy, roll it instead. If the result is a wisdom, do not remove it. Put it back, wisdom side up. Oh my God, reroll. I rolled it. Nope, it was not a wisdom, so it is gone. Good for us. But we do take 2. He's down to 9. And Miller's down to 7. Ooh. So I make sure I'm not missing anything. You know what? Before I take the damage... No, but you roll the wisdom. Well, hold on. That wisdom could have took that dice out, but I keep forgetting I had the decayed blade. So once per round in combat, when you roll wisdom, you may roll again and choose which of the 2 results to apply. I'm going to roll it. He rolled a might. I'm going to take the second result. I have to take the second result, and then I have to roll to see if it has wisdom. Nope, it was not wisdom, so it is done. Phew, we're getting good. We still take the 2, and then we move on. Okay, round 2. This is tough. I think we're gonna push our luck, and we're gonna see if we can take him out. All right, Miller. Miller got a shield and a cunning, and the Abbot had a cunning as well. So let's do this one first. All right, so he takes this one out. We're gonna roll it, and if it's a wisdom, keeps it. Nope, it was another might, so that is gone. We have this. Okay. Whenever you roll a single, it counts as 2 singles, it's not as 1. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna help us. All right, so we are taking 2. Ouch. Ouch. All right, the Miller is going to back off, heal for 1, as the Abbot is going to try to continue this fight. Here we go. Oh boy. Yep. He's now down to 5. This is not good. Okay then. The Abbot is going to sit out, and the Miller is going to try to take this one out. Yes, and he does. Take it out. Whew, that was a close one. We're getting beat up here. But we're allowed to take another item card. Let's see what it is. Oh, wow. It's a relic, the Golden Axe. In combat, roll the Golden Axe. Die alongside your character die. Remove any one chapter die, lose 1 hit point, and discard the Golden Axe. Okay. So, wow. So I get in our die here. So this is the axe die. I think this is the axe die. Yes. Is there a skull on it? Yes. All right. So this is the axe die. I may regret this, but I'm gonna give it to the abbot, and I'm gonna get rid of the replicant stone. All right. We're moving on. Oops! I made a big error. If you notice on the Golden Axe, it says two-handed, which means in order to use it, I would have to lose the replication stones and the decayed blade. Sorry about that. We're feeling confident. The abbot's gonna move on with his new Golden Axe. Sorry, let me fix the cards here. All right, here we go. As these 3 old women draw near, you notice their feet do not touch the ground. With a cackle, they lunge, probing for you with withered hands and rotting tongues. Begin combat. Combat special. The first time the risen hags are defeated, before drawing an item card, roll a chapter die. If the result is wisdom, they regenerate. You must restart combat and defeat them a second time. Oh, God, and I thought this guy was nasty. Sweet Jesus. All right, here we go. All right, another might and wisdom. All right. All right, so I have a choice, I think, with this one. Yes, the choice is when using the Golden Axe, I can either roll my character die or roll for the Golden Axe. So I think for this particular one, I'm going to roll for the Golden Axe, and the Miller's just going to be rolling his character die. So here we go. Here we go, Abbott. He rolled 2 fists. The Miller rolled cunning. Once per round of combat, when you roll cunning, you may roll again and choose which of the 2 results to apply. All right, so I'm gonna roll again. It's either cunning or cunning. All right, so you're worthless, but we take care of 1 chapter die, and we're both gonna take 1 damage. All right, that's not too bad. All right, let's do this again. The abbot rolled cunning. That's not helpful. And the Miller, well, he rolled wisdom, so he took that out. But we're again gonna take another hit point. So now we're both down to 4. Okay. He's gonna roll the axe. Yes! He took that out. But now we have to roll it again. And if this thing rolls wisdom, we have to fight it again a second time. Nope, it was not a wisdom. Thank the heavens. All right, let's draw an item card, see what we got. Effervescent evasion. Whenever you would lose hit points, discard an item to take none. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this ruin, and I'm gonna give this to the Miller, and we're gonna press on. I have the Golden Axe. I feel confident. I'm gonna continue with the abbot. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh, this might not be bad. You stumble upon an enticing store of castle supplies. As you approach, the portcullis begins to lower. You must act quickly. Nominate a mighty player to try and prevent it closing, and a cunning player to try and dash through and retrieve items. The player holding open the portcullis must try to roll might in 1 attempt now. Success. It's holding. The other player must now try to roll cunning in 1 attempt, drawing an item card if they are successful. 2 on a double cunning. If they fail, they find nothing of value and you all move on. Failure, the portcullis is too heavy. The nominated player both lose 1 hit point and it slams to the ground. Okay, so who's gonna roll might? All right. Well, they're both are equally strong, but he's more wise and he's more fast. Since he's cunning, he's gonna try to retrieve the items if the abbot can hold the portcullis for its closing. So, all right, Abbott, let's do this. You gotta roll might. And he rolled might. He was able to hold the portcullis. Now he has to roll a cunning. If he can roll cunning, he can grab an item card. Double cunning, which means 2 item cards. Good job, Miller. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, effervescent evasion. Whenever you lose a hit point, discard this item and lose none. Helpful. Oh, and discard, and then we have a partially rotten apple. Discard to restore 1 hit point to 1 character. All right, since he's been taking the lead a lot, I'm giving it to him. He's up to 5, and that's eaten. And then this is really good to have. But I have the golden axe. The things with the golden axe, if I roll the skull, then it's broken forever, and I can't use it anymore. And I suffer 1 hit point. All right, I think we're going to discard the potion, and we're going to move on. Okay, Abbott with his golden axe. All right, let's do this. You have been hunted by the ferocious castle hounds. You become separated, and each of you must fight alone. Roll a chapter die in front of each player to represent the hounds attacking them. Okay, that's 1 hound. That's the other hound. Okay. However, the hounds can sense weakness. Players with less than half their starting hit points should roll 2 chapter dice instead. We both definitely lost half our hit points, so we're going to suffer 2 dice instead. So 1 for you and 1 for you. Wow. So weird. Okay. Combat special. No player can rest until the hounds attacking them are defeated. They may then either rest or help another player defeat theirs. A player aiding another takes damage as normal and must declare who they are aiding before they roll. Oh my. We are badly hurt and we got to face these guys. Okay, well, each round we take 1 hit point from these hounds. Okay, here we go. The Miller. Not doing so good. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna use our golden axe. See what happens. Well, we got a shield. I won't be taking damage, but I didn't remove those chapter dice. I really can't. Oh man, it's only 1 hit point though, and I still can't rest. Oh no! All right, he's gonna take the 1. All right, round 2. Miller got a shield, but was not able to take those chapter dice out. All right, golden axe time. Yikes! Okay, he's gonna take 1, but he's not gonna take any. We are not doing good. We are really not doing good. Okay, here we go. Abbott, yes. Abbott with 1 hit takes these 2 dice out. All right, Miller, come on, Miller. Come on, Miller. Not good, not good. All right, I'm going to discard this and not take any hit points off. Okay. Obviously, the Abbott is going to help the Miller. So, Abbott, not helping. Miller, really not helping. We're both taking 1. This is not good. Not good at all. All right, come on, Abbott. Save his ass. Yes, he does. Whoo! Item card. Liquid Luck. Discard to re-roll your character die, applying only the second results. All right, giving that to you, buddy. Ooh, we are really, really hurt. All right, since the abbot is still holding strong with 3 hit points, he's going to continue on with his golden axe. At the end of this winding passage, a wooden chest covered in cobwebs is protected by a gauntlet of vicious-looking traps. As a group, choose one option. Move on. It's not worth the risk. Turn the next chapter card. Or risk it. Nominate a player to try to retrieve items from the chest. They must roll cunning in one attempt and may try this as many times as there are players. For each success, draw an item card. 2 on a double cunning. For each failure, the nominated player loses 2 hit points. Well, the only player in our team with high cunning is the Miller. And we really are badly hurt to take 2 hit points. But on the other hand, if we're able to get items that could heal us, that would be super, super duper good for us. So we are going to play it safe and we're going to move on. It's not worth it. Okay, moving on. Here a man sits at a table, his face shrouded in shadow. As you edge past, he lurches forward and pulls you close with a snarl, revealing his scarred face and rancid intentions. As a group, choose one option. Flee. You struggle free. You, meaning the abbot, struggle free and get away, but not before you lose 3 hit points at the hands of the putrid captain. Or fight and begin combat and suffer only 2 hit points per round. Hold on. I think we can run. I have this card. Once per game, when you would lose 3 hit points or more from a single source, lose only 1 hit point instead. We're gonna flee. He's going to flee because it was on him. And he's going to suffer only 1 hit point instead. Alright. That was a close one, but we're really, really hurt. Here we go. In this sweltering chamber, a blacksmith is forging a sword. He is so absorbed in his craft that you spot an opportunity to steal from him. As a group, choose one option. Move on. It's not worth the risk. Turn the next chapter card. Or we can steal. Nominate a player to try to roll cunning in one attempt. On a success, relieve the blacksmith of some of his wares before slipping away. Draw 2 item cards. If we fail, you are caught red-handed and the blacksmith turns his hammer on you. Each player loses 2 hit points as you retreat. Oh, wow. Each player loses 2 hit points. Oh, man, this is tough. This is so tough. I don't know what to do. This is very stressful. This is why I like this game, because it's very stressful. What to do, what to do, what to do. Gosh, no matter what. No, it's not worth it. We're moving on. Abbott continues. You emerge into a small, sandy arena. In the center, a woman far taller and more muscular than yourselves raises her well-worn blade and calls out, "Challengers, prepare to die." Begin combat. Combat special. Before each round of combat, nominate one player to fight the arena champion. Only that player rolls and only that player takes damage. You, meaning the abbot, must fight in the first round. Players may not rest. Players may not rest. So we are in a world of hurt. So we have a might, a cunning, wisdom, plus 2, plus there's 2 players, 2 chapter dice. So this is what we have to go up against. And since you are the abbot, he's gonna use his golden axe. Ooh, da 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 da. When you roll the axe, remove any 1 chapter die. Let's remove this one. And I take 1 hit point. That was that round. Since he takes a break, it's the second round. All right, Miller. Let's see what you got. He got a cunning, which he needs. Okay, but I want to show you my rusted flail. Once per round of combat, when you roll cunning, you may roll again and choose which of the 2 results to apply. I'm going to hope to roll a shield, because I really need a shield. But the cool thing is, I can choose which of the 2 results to apply. Since I rolled cunning before, I'm going to take that, remove 1, and take 1 damage. Now it's the 3rd round, it's up to the abbot again, and at this point, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, he rolled that. All right, the abbot is dead. So, for those of you that don't know, if 1 player dies, it's game over. Something I didn't tell you, I purchased the death book. So we get to see, or you get to hear, what happens to the other guy in this event. So I'm going to take this card, and I'm going to read the number that's inscribed on this card, which is DCSE-CH05. Okay, so here's what happens. You fight well, but simply do not have the skill to parry so many expert strikes. First one, then another gets past your guard. As the sand begins to turn dark with blood beneath you, your last sensation is the blade of the arena champion plunging deep into your belly. You slump to the arena floor, and as you fade from consciousness, the last thing you hear is the ferocious demise of your fellow prisoners. In time, your carcasses are dragged away. Your only legacy, a smear of blood upon the flagstones. Your adventure ends here. Very gruesome, very tough. And there was like 1 chapter card left before getting to the boss. As I said before, this game is not the same the second time you play this. It's always different every time you play. So this is very cool, very challenging. It is possible to fight the boss. Yes, it is possible to defeat it, but it's very tough. So I hope you enjoyed that, and hope to see you again at the Game Realm.